My name is Elizabeth Justra, and I will be presenting Erik Erikson's seventh stage of his human life cycle theory. The seventh stage is generativity versus stagnation. I will be focusing on the effects of grandparents as primary caregivers to their grandchildren. I will be concluding this presentation with an interview with my parents who are grandparents. Erik Erikson was born on June 15, 1902 in Germany. His mother is of Jewish descent and his biological father is of Danish descent. His biological father left him and his mother before he was born. During his school years, Erik Erikson was not a fan of the formal school setting, but gained an interest in the arts. After high school graduation, he decided to become an artist and travel Europe. He later enrolled into art school where he taught art to American children in Vienna. In 1933, he came to the United States and resided in Boston, Massachusetts. There he became the first child analyst. He then obtained a position at Harvard Medical School. Erik Erikson is known for his theories on human development, specifically the 8 stages of the human life cycle. Erikson originally called it the 8 Ages of Man, which he first introduced in 1950. The focus on this presentation is Erikson's Stage 7, Generativity versus Stagnation. Generativity versus stagnation stage pertains to the 40 to 65-year-old age group and the way that they show care. Generativity refers to the group who reaches out to the next generation by guidance, care, and teaching. This group tends to put others before themselves. The stagnation term refers to the group who are more self-absorbed and self-centered. They lack interaction and involvement with the younger generation. Overall, they have little desire for self-improvement. In today's society, it is becoming more and more common for grandparents to be raising their grandchildren as primary caregivers. There are many reasons for why this is happening. Some examples are young parents, biological parents having financial difficulties, health issues, legal issues, and death in the family. I will be reviewing some effects of grandparents as primary caregivers, also known as custodial parents. Some financial difficulties that grandparents may be going through when they become primary caregivers is, for instance, their job, whether to retire early or leave their jobs early to take care of the children is a decision that they would need to make. Also, housing. A lot of times grandparents have already downsized, but now may need to look at suitable and bigger housing now that they're raising their grandchildren. Grandparents may be going through some health issues related to age or other factors such as arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, and back problems. When they're going through these health issues as custodial parents, they may tend to put their health concerns on hold in order to focus raising on their grandchildren. Due to raising grandchildren, their health concerns, and their financial difficulties, grandparents tend to lack in their socialization with their demographic. They may put partaking in activities on hold. Also travel, they may not travel as much as they would like, and their interaction with friends and family may be limited. Raising grandchildren is much easier for grandparents who relate to the generativity stage. Their grandchildren are their main priority. They remain positive, and they guide their grandchildren the best that they can. For the stagnation group, raising grandchildren could be very difficult. The stagnation group are self-absorbed and choose to decrease their lack of involvement with younger generations. They put their own needs before anyone else's. The generativity group may feel more accepting to aging and change than the stagnation group. Being in the generativity mind frame while raising grandchildren could help with manage the difficulties, raising children all over again less difficult. I will now be interviewing my parents who are grandparents, though they're not primary. I will discuss with them their role as grandparents, and I would like them to imagine what it would be like if they were primary caregivers to their grandchildren.